What's up guys, it's Charles here for Rocket Punch Army to do a review of the Leader Class Jetfire from Hasbro. This came just in time. It's my birthday today, so this is my birthday present to myself, and it's absolutely beautiful, I must say. I know a lot of you are knocking the whole chrome thing. I don't think it's too bad. You know, I wouldn't mind it just being red, but the fact that it's chrome, I really don't care. It looks pretty cool. Usually chrome does tend to look a little bit tacky, whatever, but somehow it works with this one. Although, you know, it's not really the same type of red, but you guys know where I'm getting at. I want to start off by showing you all the details on the figure. Lots of nice panel lining, lots of really cool detail, like these vents here. It's not just painted black, there's actually detail behind these three black strips there. They could have just made that completely black, but it's got a little depth there. Nice little cockpit here with the silver underneath and the Autobot logo. This can be removed. My friend Leo did that, removed this and actually colored in the Autobot logo to give it you know, a better look to it. Got the nice big black feet here. If we turn it around, we see more of the sculpting right here on these booster packs, and you'll see the cockpit area here, the nice red paint going on there. I think the only thing I could possibly complain about with the sculpting is really the wings here. We all know that a lot of the sculpting that goes into these figures are really to make it hollow. Like for example, the inner part of the arm, you got the inner part of the legs here. What they're trying to do is avoid having to make two halves for everything. There's some parts you can't really get away with only one piece, but the pieces that they can make with one mold, that's what they're going to do, and that's the reason they're hollow. But I think they struck a really nice balance here. And yeah, it's light, but it's not as light as people led me to believe it was. With all the reviews are like, oh, it's really, really light, but still feels pretty good in hand. Now, you guys are probably wondering why I didn't start the review with the box, and the fact is, as you can see here, I can't even fit the whole figure in the screen here, but this is what the box looks like if you're interested. Yeah, so due to space, you're not going to really see the whole entire figure. I will try to update my review area when I can, but this is what we got. All right, so we're going to check out the articulation. We have the head here. Right, it looks around. Mine seems to not want to point down. You know, it's like, I'm not going to listen to you. All right, you got the shoulders that go up here. The shoulders themselves stay there, but the arms go up. You get the upper swivel. You get nice ratcheted elbows, which is really cool. Waist, you can forget about it. You got the legs come forward and back with ratchets. They do go out on ratchets also. You got the swivel. You also got knees that are ratcheted. And you have the feet down here. They're already angled, so there's no angle movement here. And what I notice on mine, I don't know if it's normal, but it's got like sort of like a loose kind of hip right there. This one doesn't really move as much, but this one, you know, it's a little bit annoying to me. And one of the most obvious things that should have been articulated is the hand. I'm not talking about really the hands opening, just the wrist. I mean, the design, you know, it lends itself to having at least the hand be a separate piece. I know they tried to do the whole one mold thing here, which is probably why this is like that, but they should have at least made the hand separate and connect sort of like the way the thighs do here, just a pop-in kind of hand. But although I do have an idea of what I'm going to do to put articulated hands on this guy, I will make a video of that in the future. Now, the one thing I don't like too much is really the way the shoulders are. You know, even the Daca Toys Kronos had weird shoulders, but the way they designed this, you'll see right there, it tabs right into the back, which is cool. It doesn't really hold it so much on mine so firmly, so it kind of pops out. But it's held on like right here, just on that little tab. So I'm wondering if that's really the best they could have done. Now, if we take a look at the face, this is not the face you see in the cartoon. This is the masked face with the little fins here, which is really its way of emulating the look of the original Jetfire, which is highly yellow on mine here, but these little fins up here, so it's sort of to give it that homage to that Jetfire. While I'm at it, I'll show you this guy here, which is a Macross figure, and that's what the original Jetfire is based off of, guys. This guy right here. There's a whole back history with that. I'm sure you guys know all about it. And while we're doing comparisons, we're going to pop this guy out because I can't do this review without showing you this. This guy, this is the Daca Toys Kronos, which again does not fit in my review area, but we'll take a look up here and pan up. This came out at an unfortunate time right before this was released and a lot of people really threw themselves onto this, which I don't blame them. It is overall superior in the sense that it's a figure you can really play with and not be afraid of breaking anything. I know there was issues with the Daca Kronos. I myself did videos on how to do some fixes, but yeah, anyway, here they are together. You can see the faces. I thought the Daca Toys Kronos face was okay, but definitely the Hasbro one has the win over here. You can see that there's much more detail in the smaller figure. The other one's just pretty much white, and you know, for the people that have it, they pretty much like it. I love my Daca Toys Kronos, but that pretty much stays on display to be in scale with my masterpiece. And this one is the one I'm going to fumble with and transform about 1,000,000 times. And speaking of transformation, we are going to transform him, but first we're going to take off these pieces here so you can see what he looks like without all that chrome on him. Alright, so and by the way, his gun is also chrome. I wish this was at least black. So there he is without all the chrome. He still looks pretty good. Right here on the sides, he does have this little red piece which allows you to see what he would look like with standard red instead of chrome. The downside to having those pieces off is you get this open piece here, which is pretty ugly, but I'm sure somebody's going to find a way to design either through Shapeways or third party some snap-on piece that goes over that. So that would be cool to see. If we take a look back here at the booster pack, you can actually move the cockpit area down, and that allows you to actually flip this around. It's got nice ratchets too, just like that, so you can have the boosters point up. And I was just thinking, those boosters pointing up remind me of another figure, and how can I forget to have shown you guys this, which is the Classics Skyfire, Jetfire, whatever you want to call it, right next to it so you guys can see what it looks like together. Now when we look at these together, I kind of like the way this one has a lot more black. I think the biggest complaint I had with this figure is the damn hip joints. Like, that's way too much spacing. It was really hard to really pose him. So it's either you got the legs together like this, or you got this right here where he's gonna, looks like he's taking a big dump somewhere. So that was the major downfall of this figure. But anyway, getting back to this guy, so you can't put the boosters sticking straight up. So the next thing we're going to do is transform this guy. What I'm going to do is leave the chrome pieces off because they are prone to chipping since it's just chrome with red paint over it. But yeah, let's get started. Alright guys, so here is Jetfire in vehicle mode or jet mode. Overall looks very beautiful from all angles except really from the bottom. That's where you see all the little bits there, but it's still very nice. And you'll see the landing gear here. The rear one doesn't retract or anything, only the front one does. So we'll go ahead and do that. That way you can prop it up on the table just like so, and it does roll very smoothly. And it does have a nice functional cockpit right here. Now of course, to give it the Jetfire look, you do want to install the boosters, so we'll go ahead and pop them on right to the back there. Pop these pieces on the bottom and then the ones on the arm down here. Then you can also pop in the gun here, which also has a little firing gimmick. Alright, so you can go ahead and shoot that. Alright guys, so that's Hasbro Leader Class Jetfire. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. If you're enjoying the videos, please subscribe, support the channel. Until next time guys, bye bye.